All right. If you're like me and sometimes you feel like you're having trouble diagnosing what to do next in your business or what to prioritize when you have so many ideas floating around, so many to-dos on your list, and you're just trying to choose what's going to help you move the needle. This episode is for you, and we have just created a really cool quiz/assessment to help you figure this out. So I will have you guys take that assessment or that quiz sometime during the episode, and that's going to really help you diagnose not only what to do next, but give you some actionable tips. And you can access that at elizabethhenson.co/next. So you can take a few minutes and take it now. You can take it in the middle of the episode, at the end of the episode, totally up to you. You can go ahead and just save that somewhere, elizabethhenson.co/next. But it kind of is going to really be a beautiful thing to do in tandem with this episode. So if you feel like you're trying to figure out what to do next, or sometimes you're just questioning, is this what I should be focusing on? This episode is for you. This is episode 167. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Messy Success Podcast. I'm your host, Elizabeth Henson. I help creative business owners and artists build communities around your brand so that business is easy and profitable. When you stay in action, yes, I mean even messy action, only good things happen. We are always learning, and when we can get just as excited about the lessons as the results, magic happens. I've helped million-dollar companies with their marketing, but my mission in this world is to help you step into the best possible version of yourself so you can create your dream business too. We believe in community and people over strategies and tactics. Our theme here at the Messy Success Podcast is the 1% adventure, where we're focusing on getting 1% better every single day. I want you to color outside the lines and embrace the messy journey to take daily action towards your goals. If you've noticed a plateau in your business, we've created a very quick quiz where you can find out your next best move. Head over to elizabethhenson.co/next to find out. Now let's get started. All right, are we ready? So the first thing that you want to do if you're having trouble diagnosing what to do next or what to prioritize is you want to really think about, where do things feel off in your business? And I like to really talk about 4 different phases. Is it in the branding, the systems, the sales, or the visibility? And that quiz that I mentioned is going to help you diagnose which of those 4 phases. Okay. For example, if you cringe when somebody asks you for your website URL, either because you haven't done it or you're not proud of it, then it's very likely that that branding phase is kind of what needs your attention, right? So that's one thing that you want to really think about, is where in your business do you feel misaligned? Are you feeling that cringy feeling, or you're not satisfied with the sales? You're not seeing the results that you want. Your marketing, numbers are looking like the stock market, or you don't know your numbers at all. There's so many little identifiers that will point you in the direction of what part of your business needs your attention. So that quiz is going to really help you know which phase and what specifically needs your attention that could be holding you back from actually getting results. Okay. So if you think it might be branding, let's talk a little bit why a strong and aligned brand is important. It should reflect the value that you provide and resonate with so deeply with your ideal clients. Okay.
if you feel confused or lack confidence in your branding, I promise your ideal customers are too. Because what really sells, what's really magnetic is that 10 out of 10 confidence. And this happens all the time at my meetups when we go around the table and we introduce ourselves. If I feel like somebody's like a 6 out of 10, I will make them do it again. Because I'm like, we should have everyone in the room either wanting what it is that we do or having a friend's name pop up that they know would need it. Not everyone's going to need what we do, and that's okay. But we want to exude that 10 out of 10 confidence so that no matter who's hearing us speak about what we're doing, they either want it themselves or they know someone who does, and now you're all of a sudden top of mind, okay? So be thinking about that. And our brand messaging, our ability to communicate what we do is all part of the branding phase. So if you get a little squeamish or uncomfortable when someone's like, how do you help people? And you stumble over your words trying to tell them, then that needs attention. That is like Get Business 101 is like, let's be 10 out of 10 confident in explaining what you do and how you help people. Okay. Now, the marketing phase, this one can be overwhelming because you're building up a marketing strategy to reach your goals. You don't know what platform to be on. You're feeling confused. Should I be on TikTok? Should I be on Instagram? Should I be on YouTube? Oh my God, everything's being thrown at you at once. Okay. In this phase, we really learn our numbers and how to analyze what's already working in our business. And I love explaining this phase and like, it looks like the stock market. You're seeing some success. You're seeing some gaps and some failures and some areas that you're not getting sales that you want. And you can't identify what's causing the ups, right? And what's causing the downs. So this is when it's time to really simplify your strategy and let go of the things that are not causing the ups. And that's okay if you don't know how to do this yet. It is a learning curve. It does not happen fast, and you can't identify this until you've experienced it. And that, my friends, is one of the biggest mistakes that I see, is that people just want a marketing strategy that's going to work the first time, and that's just not reality. You cannot build what you haven't experienced. You can't experience what you haven't done or built. They happen at the same time. You learn and build at the same time. There's no magic wand. There's no one size fits all. You got to get your hands messy and get in the trenches and really learn as you go. People think they can protect themselves by having the perfect roadmap, but you have to experience it to build the roadmap. And that's why it's so important. Repetition. You guys know I love to say you cannot improve what you do not repeat. And that's what this is really all about. And that marketing strategy is identifying what we're going to continue repeating. Okay. And then we have the sales machine. Okay, so if you're stuck at the same income level and you're struggling to scale, to break the ceiling, then there's a good chance that something that needs your attention is in this sales phase, right? Building out the sales machine. Maybe you need to delegate more. Maybe you need to focus on your efficiencies, but you've got to have a repeatable system that doesn't require your constant attention, because if you're in this employee loop where you're working as an employee in your business and you're doing tasks that you could be paying someone $15 an hour to do, no wonder you're not hitting your revenue goal, because you're working wildly under your hourly rate that you need to work at to hit your revenue goal. Is that landing, right? If you want to make a certain amount, you have to stop working for less than that. So how much money are you leaving on the table by not delegating and paying someone a lower hourly rate so that you can take on more at your desired rate. Is that landing? I know it's hard. You have to learn something new. You have to become someone different. You have to take on new characteristics, especially in that phase, that scaling phase, because it's really easy and difficult at the same time to do it all alone. It is even more challenging to learn how to let go and how to delegate and build that repeatable process. But the most people get stuck in this, either the marketing or the sales. That's where most people get stuck. Branding, you can always come back to and you can always work on it. And it's like a house. It's never really finished. I always say you should be revisiting your brand multiple times a year, quarterly, doing a brand review. Does everything still align? Because it's so much easier to adjust your brand as you go than to wildly outgrow your brand by like 2 years and now you've got to do a full overhaul. It's really more beneficial to work on it as you go. But like I said, that marketing, that up and down feeling of not being able to predict what's causing your success, and then now you figured it out. Now how do we blow through that ceiling? There's something there. These are the symptoms that are going to help you diagnose what to do next. And the final one is visibility. This is such an oopsie doops that so many people think, oh my God, if I can just get in front of more people. And I'm like, friend, if your system isn't systeming and your sales aren't selling, more people is not going to solve that for you. If you cannot convert and help or sell to 10 people in a room, what makes you think you can sell to 10,000? You're going to get the same results. If 1 out of 10 in a room buys, sure, now you can play the game of more people and you're going to see the same amount, right? But if what you're doing isn't working or it's not predictable, it does you no benefit to focus on audience growth. When I was a photographer, it was like learn to use the gear that you have before you upgrade to the next thing. This is the same thing. Learn to sell to who's already in your corner before you learn to sell to the world. To the broadleys, we called it at one of the meetings. Oh my gosh. One of my community members was like, I just need to get the word out more broadly. Like, what does broadly mean? Just to more people. Okay, cool. But if it's not working, what you're doing now, you don't need to talk to the broadleys. You need to talk to who's already in your corner, who's already on your email list, who's already following you on social. Those are the people you need to be figuring it out with. So I love the visibility phase. I'm a huge advocate of it, but you've got to have the other pieces working. Okay. So you might need to put attention on this phase if you've mastered the other 3. And most people think if they can focus on this phase, it will serve the other ones. I mean, and visibility is never a bad thing, but I'm just saying going on a podcast tour is going to serve you so much better and pay you for your time if you know that your stuff is converting. Okay. And it's only going to help you build and scale when all the other pieces are working. So this is kind of a funny one because people will self-diagnose the visibility phase all day long and they're self-diagnosing wrong. Again, it's not going to hurt. It's going to stall you. If you spend too much time focusing on, let me get on all the podcasts and get visible, sure, you might get some new followers, but are they going to buy from you? If your sales machine is working and your marketing strategy is working, that's when we fuel the fire with visibility. So I really want to encourage you to take the quiz because it will help you properly diagnose so that you're not spending time focusing on something that isn't actually going to make you more money. And you guys know I am here to change the world, and I want all my students and community members to change the freaking world. I am so passionate about helping people and doing what we do to make a difference. But as their coach, as your coach, I want you guys to make more money. The more money we have, the more impact we can make and the more people we can help. That is a huge piece of the puzzle, and I don't ever want y'all to sleep on it, because I do love to lead with the heart and I do love to lead with make a difference, but I love the business stuff too. All right. Now, the backbone to all of this, the piece that sews it all together, is the self-development. And this is what I love, is I love marketing, but marketing doesn't work unless you're working on yourself. Okay? And these leadership skills, this self-development journey will transform how you run your business. And when you get to that scale phase, how you run your team. It's so important, and it will expedite your growth. So I always tell people, when in doubt, when you don't know what to focus on, yes, do the self-diagnosis so you can figure it out, but always go back to self-development, and you will find your next action step as you're uncovering the next version of you, just like we talked about in our goal setting episode. Become wildly obsessed with uncovering the next best version of you, and all the marketing stuff becomes easier. You grow and your business grows. Your business is only going to grow as much as you can grow. They go together. So important, and it's so fun. The self-development part to me is my favorite part, because the more I do that, the easier these other steps become. So go take our quiz at elizabethhenson.co/next. Message me on Instagram, elizabeth.henson, and let me know what phase you're in, or email me. You can just reply if you sign up for the emails. But I would love to hear what phase you're in and if you felt like it was accurate, and see if those action steps will help you. And this is exactly how I help my students inside our signature program, Elevate, which the doors are not open at the moment. But if you take that quiz, you will have access to our priority wait list. So take the quiz. Let me know how it goes. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode, and go make magic happen and help people. Thank you so much for hitting play today. If this was helpful, share it with a friend or leave us a review. It truly means the world. All right, guys, I'll see you later.